The Alabama Hills have been on our bucket list for a while. Come join us as we explore this unique area.
So you know you're at Alabama Hills when you get to come to first cross Nightmare Rock. But I believe her nickname is Brenda. So we stop one of Alabama Hills. Let's check out created by local artists, as they say.
The rounded, oddly shaped contours of the Alabama Hills form a sharp contrast to the glacially carved ridges of the Sierra Nevada. While both landforms consist of the same granite rock, the fantastic shapes of the hills are a result of natural chemical weathering. Beginning in 1920, Hollywood filmmakers began to take an interest in the Alabama Hills for its natural scenery. Since then, over 400 movies have been filmed here. Movie stars such as Hopalong Cassidy, Gene Autry, and The Lone Ranger shot it out with outlaws. Classics such as Gunga Din, Yellow Sky, and How the West Was Won were filmed along Movie Road. The 1990 sci-fi classic Tremors was filmed almost entirely on location in the Alabama Hills. More recently, Star Trek Generations, Gladiator, Iron Man, and Django Unchained were filmed in the Alabama Hills. So they call that big rock out there Elephant Rock. I guess I can kind of see it. Where in the front it's the trunk coming down and ears on either side. Do you see it?
Okay, so now we're heading on the hike to Shark Fin, which is right in front of us. It's a 1.7 mile little hike, and then we're going to take a little side shot from there. I don't know if that's named. We're gonna call it looks like a big robot, head on top, chest, an arm down low. Robot Rock. There's Owens Lake way down there, way in the back in that little valley.
So on our little hike out here, we're looking at rocks, and some of them that look unusual we're naming. So that rock over there, we're calling it either the Bird or Flip Off Rock. What do you think?
Okay, let me read here. We did Shark's Fin, now we crossed the road. We're gonna do Django Unchained, Lone Ranger Canyon. Yep, that's about it. That's what's back up in this area. Now I don't know what the sites look like, so we're just gonna wander. So we're kind of shocked. This is Sunday, March 27th. Oh no, April 27th, I think it is. And there's just right here, right in the beginning, across from Shark's Fin, is two campsites. One's huge. Heck, it's 150 feet long. And then you got this one here, but heck, even my 36-foot trailer would back up into that easily. Secluded in the rocks, pretty nice. And it's wide open at this time of the year. Just a bizarre hole in the rock right there. Must have been a soft spot. Yep, goes all the way through. Okay, I bet you that's Django Unchained right there. At least by this line here, it shows it here. Got this nice cool little alleyway here. Another one here. Heck, it's probably used in some old westerns too, because it's too cool. Just odd undermining of these rocks. Very unique. Just dissolving. It's weird. How's that for a view?
Wow. That's awesome.
A little vein of something different going on, and really crazy here. Check out this. Check out these guys now. Check out.
Just like a lady. So we are having so much fun exploring these boulders, climbing all over them like we're teenagers, but we're not. That's what adventure is all about. We're having a blast.
Trail is pretty well marked out. It's there's all these signs that says restoration. So they're trying to rebuild all these plants. So stay on the trail. It says don't crush the vegetation.
In its window, the Mobius arch perfectly frames Mount Whitney, sitting at 14,505 feet. Oh, you can't see it because of the clouds.
Would be Heart Arch. You just kind of look at the hole, not much about the lobes up there, but the hole kind of looks like a heart, flattened out a little bit. Well, we don't want to go tracing up there because they're trying to restore this area. Gazillion people stomping it to death. What do you think there's things they planted here? I don't know, but they're letting them try to grow. Babies grow up.
The Museum of Western Film History is dedicated to preserving the diverse movie history of Lone Pine, Death Valley, in California's Eastern Sierra. Over 10,500 square feet of exhibits offer visitors a unique experience documenting and interpreting the cultural heritage of America's cinematic history. For over 100 years, the Hollywood studios have found the Sierra Nevada mountains and the rugged Alabama hills the perfect back lot for making films. The museum's exhibits represent a collection of historic memorabilia documenting many of the 400-plus films that have featured this landscape. Artifacts and collectibles of many cowboy stars grace the walls and are showcased in a wide range of exhibits celebrating their many Lone Pine films. The museum is free, however, they do ask for an $8 per person donation. It definitely is worth taking the time to explore this museum.
Okay, hike today. We're all bundled up. It's windy out here. And we are going on the
Upper Alabama Hills Trail to Cyclops Skull Arch. 10.4 miles, 1240 elevation gain. We'll see if we do the whole thing. It's a out and back, so we'll just walk as far as we want and then turn around when we want.
But it goes up and then it goes way down and then we got to come back way up. So we'll see how it works. So there's the wind. All right, check in later. Well, the trail starts out kind of rustic looking, a little rough. Not too sure how much activity they get on this. Wow, is that a flash floody thing or something? Wow, I think they had a little, I think they had a little flash flood problem going on here. Wow, this looks a little beat up. Don't hang on to the guardrail. Who'd have thought we have a stream crossing?
Oh, water crossing.
Oh, look at the damage there from the debris floating down here. It must have been high waters. Wow. Coming up on the peak, I think. Might be the tippity top of this trail. Yep. There's our scenic view. Yeah, look at that. Trash. No matter where you're at, there's always trash. So we'll pick it up and take it out of here, because that will never decompose.
Where's it at? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, they'll just play kind of like, there. So there's a horny toad. They're pretty peaceful, but we'll put them down and get them back to civilization.
Yes. Let them go home.
Okay, buddy, no, not up my arm. So we're finally getting into some rocks. We're now just walking out in that of nothing. And we're finally getting some scenic views now. We're about 2.5 miles in, something like that. 5.2 miles in, and we found it. That's the rock right there. And I hear a ooh, ah.
So we hiked 5.2 miles to get to this rock. And right off there, a mile maybe, the most, is the road.
It's movie road.
So no, we never take the easy route. How do you feel about that?
Well, like we said earlier, this was a hike for exercise, not for getting to someplace.
Well, I'm glad I'm done with that hike. That was hard. Not the whole thing, There was just one area that was about a mile long. It was all uphill. It was on the way back, and you're already tired, and it was in sandy dirt. That was exhausting. But we made it. We might have bushwhacked through an area and cut off about a mile, but that's okay. We still did 9.5 miles. Well, that's a wrap on the Alabama Hills. Be sure to join us in our next video when we head to Mammoth Mountain in the Sierra Nevadas.